getting good flow. The next most important thing, probably the most important thing of all your prints, is let's level this to make sure that filament goes down correctly. Welcome everybody back in the shop. This machine was before all the fancy auto leveling. I'm going to do it old school way. Prepare, auto home. Freely around. What we're going to do is we're going to level this brute force, old school style. Piece of paper. Slide it under. There's no drag, so I'm going to raise the bed just 1/8 of a turn or so. That's getting better. Let's try another corner. Yeah, that's about the same, isn't it? Okay. Oh, that's about right. This one could come up some. So what happened? I raised this. This one's going to go down because they're mounted on springs. It's a giant teeter-totter. So we want to check again. That's a little tight, but I like it. Same there. Same there. Let's double check this one. That might be a little loose. There, that's better. And that is the old school brute force limited tools bed level. This glass originally had a texture on it which would allow you to print without having to have adhesives. Have this, the world champion choice of bed adhesion materials. It's old Aquanet from the 1950s and 60s. It's still available in some places. If you can't find any, I might be able to spare you some in my stash. Cover up your fan because this will clog it up. Just a mist. Okay, let that set in for a second. Are you ready? Let's test it. Oh, no card. All right, let's test it. Okay, this will work. Even though we did have it just warmed up, it's going to take a minute to warm up one more time. What we're going to print is just a test that should only take, a couple hours. While it's warming up, I'll show you what we want to make. A friend of mine is a big fan of Strategic Air Command. Calls himself a SAC warrior, and I bet he is. What we're going to do on this test print is we're going to make a missile launch console key control. So you can go from set to code used, and then launch. This is what actually in a missile silo would send the rockets into the air. There's also, used to be, it's retired now, an aircraft that had these keys on board. In real life, there's two keys. They are set more than an arm's length apart from each other. I tested that once. I had a crew chief on my left hand, a crew chief on my right, and they pulled as hard as they could, and I couldn't touch both keys. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but hey. Filament's warm. I use a Cura slicer, so it's going to do this little test strip over here. Make sure the nozzle's clear, gets the filament flowing. Let's see how we did on leveling. First pass is looking good. What I'll do sometimes, just to make sure, is I'll rub my finger on it. Because if it's not adhered, it's going to peel right off. But like I said, this will take about a day to go through and print that launch. I hope you had fun. Not very entertaining, but at least we were able to get in there, get this printer going. If you got a cheap one at a yard sale and you're not sure, follow these steps. Go through, pause the video, try it, and see if you can get your old printer up and going. May not be a good idea, but at least we got it to work. See you on the next one.